All right, so one of the things that I wanted to do with my truck, like a lot of people, are replace or chrome delete a lot of the chrome that's on here. I've just been slowly doing it, but I'm at this stage now where I found on Automotive Touch-Up, they have paint to match your color. This is a pearl on a 2015 Ford F150, but I got to show you how to take these off. The car is not locked right now, so I'm going to have to pull out on the handle. But it's pretty easy. This is obviously the rear passenger side, but you do all of them exactly the same. You just hold the door in place. But if you get in here a little tighter, you'll be able to see there's a gap in the back behind there that you have to put your fingers in. Get one on the bottom, one on the top, and then kind of pull up just a little bit. You won't break it. These won't break off. I've already pulled them off and I've already put it back on, so this is really easy to do. So we're just going to kind of pull down, yep, and then pull up. Takes a little bit. And that's it. Here's the little tabs. Come back in here just a little bit. Those are the two little tabs that are holding it on. And they're pretty stout. They're pretty sturdy, but you just have to kind of pry it open just enough to where those will kind of just break loose on the backside. You're not going to break it at all. It kind of feels like you will, but you won't. So now that I've got all four of them off, whoa, that's a walk for it. Now that I've got all four of them off, we'll go through the painting process and follow the instructions for Automotive Touch-Up. All right, so this is what came in the box. This is the box from Automotive Touch-Up, and they said that this is the most accurate color that you can get. You had to look on the side door, your driver's side door, to get the color code for your vehicle. Mine is a pearl, which had the UG color code. So I gave them the code, and then in here was all four of those. So I've got the primer, the two base coats, step 1 and step 2, and then your gloss clear coat. You can also, with this, you can spray it on this card and test your color to make sure everything's fine. So here's the door handle, so we're gonna get to work. Got the scuff pad. Tape's not necessary, but there's the scuff pad, so I will scuff these up, and then we can start applying the base layer of primer. All right, so I used a combination on this first one. You can see here's the first one I did, but I used super fine, extra fine 320 sandpaper and scuff pad, and just kind of soften it up. Now, took a little bit of the shine off there, and you can see took a little bit off, but we're gonna do the rest of the three same way. Okay, got them all scuffed up, so now I've got to take them inside, wash them with soap and water, and rinse them, dry them off real good. All right, so here I'm going to be putting on the second coat of primer, but one of the problems I ran into were the flaps on the box were up. So you can see here I'm about to add step 1 of the ground coat. There is a step 2 called the mid coat, each of the yellow cans. Take a few practice sprays before starting, but the flaps were up and I couldn't get my arm in to make an accurate spray. I couldn't cover, my coverage was horrible. So I actually put the flaps down, gave me a lot more surface and working area, and that helped out a lot. Okay, so I put a 1 coat of base layer, maybe 1.5 coats of base layer, and I noticed that there were just a couple little fine little gritty things kind of sticking up on the handles. So I decided to sand them down just a little bit, and so they're nice and smooth now. You can see where I've kind of sanded around in all of them, but there was just some little particles, whatever, that had rough spots, especially like around there, that had gotten on there. So sanding them down, now we're ready to apply another layer, the base coat. All right, so after putting down 1.5 of step number 1 base coat and sanding it down, it took out all those little chips and nicks and not even nicks, but they just look like little dust particles almost. You can see them rise up, but now, even when you get down here, everything looks really smooth. That's still a little bit wet, but even that angle right there, you can see there, it's pretty smooth. So now we'll let that dry, get completely dry, and then we'll go on and stick on step number 2. We'll do a couple coats of that. All right, so just put on 1 coat of the what's called mid coat. It's dry. It's been sitting here for about 10 minutes, but we're going to take it out in the sun. You can look at it. Yeah, it's super bright out here, but it almost has that glittery, that pearl look now, like the truck does. So you put it up. Now the truck's not washed. You put it up next to the truck. That is spot on. Spot on. So that looks really good. So we're going to do another coat now with the mid coat, and then this layer will be done. All right, so I did the final coat of the mid coat off camera, and we're just going to move on to applying the clear coat. So they sat overnight and out here drying for probably close to 12 hours now. So let's pick them up and go put them back on. All right, so here's the finished product. Caps are on, and I tell you, in person, they look perfect. They look really, really good. I am so pleased with how these things came out. The color is almost a perfect match. I really can't even tell a difference. In the direct sunlight, you can't even tell a difference. What do you guys think? Let's get it pretty tight. Now, this is a complete DIY, do-it-yourself. I love it that it is a do-it-yourself. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I think I spent about 70 bucks, maybe, right at that, at Automotive Touch-Up. And man, they look really good. And there you go. It looks great, right? Hey, so there you have it. Hopefully you found this video helpful. And now that you can do your door handles on your truck and DIY it yourself. But pretty pleased with how these things came out. So excited for it. They look really, really good. But anyway, give it a thumbs up if you like this. And do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.